Так.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. Oh, and an incredibly cool piece of... It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Квадратная пуля.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall. That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then, who knows, those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day. Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it. Yes, as you've said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up. And you did. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch ass. Murder. Tum-tum-tum. At the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad... Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve, was doing it solo, said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for... Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory as outlandish as they seem. No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day. Yeah, really lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you see, you can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go. Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was murder at the hookah. Not much has changed. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, it's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you... Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline. The face of King Fr...
Yes? What about me? That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad, completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal peer yourself.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook. That's where you're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Good.
Was that? Could it be the Col de Mamadakwa? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arm.
René, it's a... Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
The only one you have.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then? Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would...
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union. Someone must...
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean.
Respect!
I'm not even anyone...
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard. Oh, In many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me. Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is...
writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's just the way things work around here. No reason to feel bad about it. I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer. I believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want, even if it's not...
Mon Dieu.
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I told this...
Gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history, only heard about it years later, when it had already...
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. Sure, officer. No, thank you. For being consummate professional. Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her...
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter.
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back.
departed. Until... Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
$98, блядь.
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on recon again. There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating. I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this... I won her back. But while I was dealing with some...
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you...
Dark cloud. That sounds unpleasantly familiar.
Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
Oh, look.
A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows are clear.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows? Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah, why?
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have been...
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn note. This door has been closed with a padlock.
И остановилась нахуй.
This door is made of metal and no one answers.
We should return in the evening, at 9 p.m.
It's the legend. Oh, and an incredibly cool piece of kitchen tissue is stuck to the back. It takes about half. Not much is arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files. Commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol, Precinct 41.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident. Huh? Oh, yes, the name. Good. What is it? Ah, yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So,
Fun is outlawed with this guy. What a knock!
okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something...
Usual is boring. We don't.
Furies? Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Great! That's great! That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the... I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out. Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making... 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. You don't exactly... The face of King Friese, comrade, but only 4 issues. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. Comrade, but only 4. So please.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the mess. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles that you skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pine. Finally, there's a brief article by the right. Thus is you flip back to the front.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Then I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit, something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth. As you're
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
Different, of course. Something so mysterious about the way he talks. Very. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. He's so
И что ли, блядь?
You have acquired the hat. Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior, but he's not in the
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off. Yes, make it clear. Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
I got it from the head of the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantang. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations.
He's alluding to the decade-long War of Independence, while deftly brushing.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
That didn't work at all. What was that? You were supposed to fuck. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is, well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition... You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here. Whatever you wish, officer. I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Easy, detective. No need to jump to conclusions.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely... I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And that's when I understood.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very... Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanity. I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8? I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep your...
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one... Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public limb. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts. You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this?
All I can say is that it was late. My watch. Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take. No, I didn't see the corpse until the
It seems this wasn't the break you were hoping for. I think we have everything we need. Thank you for talking to us, Mr. Vill.
Of course. Anything I can do to assist the RCM. Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. Sorry. Who? But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide. I'm all ears, officer. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in under...
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Was there anything else? I'm sorry to say I did, officer. Because I did it? What's the meaning of this? Is your colleague here trying to...
He sounds almost mocking, saying,
There is no meaning, sir. Please excuse my colleague.
back off. Now, this man has diplomatic immunity. It serves no good to accuse him of a crime he didn't commit.
I won't stand for this. What's your name? I'll have your badge. You're a disgrace to the RCM. Out with you.
Good God, detective. One more stunt like that and they'll have you institution. No, let's go. Before you get us into...
Remember that guy, Ace Ulsterberg? The red-headed officer asks. He leans against it. The guy who got canned for trying to arrest that diplomat. The bald man asks. Well, technically, the bald man squints at a file, then returns it to the cabinet. A new drawer opens with a don't know. He just kind of popped into my mind. Excuse me. Here, the female officer chimes in. I believe he's part of a certain bureaucrat's security detail. No fucking way. The redhead is dumbfounded. How'd he pull that off? Family connections, I'd imagine. His father-in-law.
I have nothing to say to you.
Yes?
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. It's a thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out "that's Kuno" on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, the church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. It has given up all its secrets.
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. They got as far as the street lamps and that statue on the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Evrard Claire's doing. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here. We should have done something about the Union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, it looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Its leaves ripped from it. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain. What happened, man? You used to be cool. It would go well with those cigarettes. That's a great combination.
Can I help you? Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
He sounds irritated.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? That's right, I'm the cafeteria manager.
What you want is a goddamn drink. Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple? Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, do I have a shaker in...
He sounds irritated.
Am I smiling? That's right, I'm the cat.
What you want is a play it calm. This...
Oh, well, in that case, don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and... Can I help you?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
Well, let's hear it then.
This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all great witness.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they so much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business.
He understood what you were doing. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by...
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Yes, falling out of line to please him.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Use it to take a dig at his friend.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you,
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead, but...
Yeah, you're not even being
Easy, fellas. We got company.
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this.
Fucking say something already!
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands.
Let them come. The Hardy boys are right fucking...
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole...
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
Right about what? That a 50 caliber bullet goes through shit? Yeah, I am. What do you mean, okay?
No, he won't. This is probably some kind of a joke.
Funny. Don't get hit by a stray bullet. Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's...
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us? You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being...
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Again. Just get the...
Good one, Titus.
About fucking...
I've got nothing to say.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives... He doesn't like where this is going. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Hey, what is your problem?
That felt good. Don't. Everyone is a whore. What does that even mean? You hear the murmur of blood in your ears. Your back. The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you're not cooperating. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Yes, your body is a system, and it's failing you because you're failing it.
Oh yes, they'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in...
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Oh, baby boy, you're already in the other place.
Maybe if took a lot, maybe if you cracked the damn thing, then you'd feel satisfied and tired. Holding the picture puzzle in your hands, maybe if you weren't so hardened.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lies.
Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe.
Yes?
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time? Do I have a shake?
He sounds irritable.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I smiling? Because I'm not a bartender.
What you want is a god. Play it calm. This man.
Well, you're not getting it, asshole!
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor. Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other.
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe. To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? That's exactly right. Down to a fraction. No, not really. Stupid is a gross understatement. How about 41? How does 41st sound? Never mind. I'm not going along with this.
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? Oh, well, go solve your case then. That would count as trying hard.
He didn't answer your question.
No.
No, he doesn't.
If I wasn't clinically depressed, I'd burst out laughing. But I'm gonna go with no right now. Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one.
So, do you know who hanged him? Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even? Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow bouncing those ideas off the man with sunglasses felt, you know what? It must be because he's buff. He looks like he works out.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it? Okay, why? So, do you know who? Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. You want something? Okay. Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? None taken, my friend. None taken. Let's be honest. There's been some purely fictional talk in our imaginary station in regards of who, and the conclusion is that a man with your caliber should form it. Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something.
Watch out for yourself.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it. Yes, just cross it off the list.
Again? I can't believe this shit. I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say? God fucking shit.
None of this is great news for him. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. The woman in an RCM patrol.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Of course he does.
Word of the end to come.
Then something changes in her. It's pity.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
I'm just looking out for
you.
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all. Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
You're an asshole. You know what? Maybe we're both assholes.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you...
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad. Not bad at all. What brings you here?
It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing.
You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it. Blend in where? A carnival? You did? And how did you like him? Ah, shoot. Why not? He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. Hmm? What about me, gendarme? Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratched nothing. That I didn't see anything. Why shouldn't he? What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Tjus staat kruid.
A rusting control panel. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the water lock starts moving.
All right, we can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain and drunks. And if you wanted to forge that document for Evrard, now you can.
Отлично.